congratulations on this brand new EP. I've taken a listen to it. I absolutely love it, so congratulations.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just us putting out music, doing stuff while we can. You know, I mean, it's been a wild last year and a half, so we're just trying to stay busy.
How important was that for you to stay busy? Because I've spoken to so many bands over this pandemic period, and some of them have said they felt really creative during this period, and others have said that they lost all their creativity. What was that like for you, and why was it important to stay busy for you?
I mean, I don't know that I'll ever lose my creativity. I think I'm just a creative person. But it was hard, you know. I mean, the first several months of it, it's like, you know, you have your life uprooted. So for someone like myself, I got pretty jaded, kind of asking myself, like, you know, is all of this worth it? Like, is it worth chasing this? And what am I going to do now that I can't tour? What am I going to do now that all the studios are closed, the world's closed, you know? So I was pretty jaded, but, you know, after a couple months of feeling down, I decided that I was just going to get back to doing what I do best and write and record some music.
We're back in lockdown here at the moment, and we've been in lockdown now. I think they said in the last 12 months for over 220 days. A lot of people are suffering from mental health here. How did you get over that original effect of feeling jaded? You said you felt jaded. How did you get over that? How should people try to get over the feelings that they've got at the moment of feeling trapped here in Melbourne?
Man, I mean, your situation is a lot different than mine. Politics aside, you know, Australia's, I can only see it through the news, you know. And I don't really know what kind of advice that I can give to someone who's currently going through what Australia is going through, other than just try to stay focused on what you enjoy. And if that's been taken away from you, then find something else that keeps you busy. You know, I mean, I don't really have any other advice except for just to try to figure out a way to take your mind off of the things that are bothering you that you can't control.
Definitely. Well, Matt, bringing it back to your music, the 3 EPs, you guys tried so many different things with these EPs, like covers, different versions of songs. Tell us a little bit about how you decided what you were going to do with each EP, because it feels like you guys tried so many different things.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the songs, for the most part, the covers that we did, we let our fans vote on each song. Every time we released a new one on our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, we let the fans choose what they wanted to hear us do next. And then we just kind of sifted through the comments and picked out the ones that we felt would either best showcase our talent or would give our fans something entertaining to watch while we were all kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then when we put them together, we had 3 songs left over from the Panic album cycle that we didn't use. 2 of them are currently out, Enough and Light Up the Sky. And then we did some, we had some of the covers that we recorded that we never released. That's where you hear a song like The Code that just came out on this new EP. And really it was just kind of trying to fit the mood. Each EP, each different style of music, what the songs are talking about, you know, what era the song has, you know, came from, those types of things. So it's, you know, kind of just putting those moods together on these EPs and then releasing them the way that we think that they fit best together.
Yeah. How do you as a band, how do you approach a cover? Because I always find that really interesting, because a cover is a track that you want to try and make your own, but at the same time you also want to stay true to the original. So how do you guys approach recording a cover?
I don't know. I think we just listen to the song and then create our parts to it.
Yeah.
I don't really think that there's any set way. I think that we just listen to it and then we just, you know, do our take on it. And some of them come out sounding a little bit more like the original because we wanted it to be that way. We wanted to showcase, you know, some of the songs like Faint by Linkin Park, we didn't really change it. I mean, you don't need to change a song like that. Like, and if you do, it's probably not going to be as cool as what the original song was. So the idea with doing a song like that was that we were just going to, you know, do the best that we could to do the original version of that song justice. But then you hear a song like Decode by Paramore, and it's a different genre than what we're in. So the idea behind that was to make it sound as close to what we do as possible. So I guess there's just a different take and different spin on each individual song.
Yeah. And how, as a band, did you decide what you wanted to cover? I mean, you're all music lovers, so you must all have thousands of tracks that you love. So how did you go about picking which ones you wanted to cover for this project?
Like I said, man, we let the fans choose.
Yep.
That was the idea. It was just, the first one. What was the first one? I think the first one was Faint by Linkin Park. And that was just, obviously, our fans, they want to hear us do Linkin Park songs, which is fine. I mean, of course, we get the comparisons. I'm not mad about it. So they want to hear us do Linkin Park songs, and we figured what better way to liven up some people's spirits going through a shitty situation than put out a song by their favorite band, from one of their favorite bands, So that was the first one, and from that point forward, we just let the fans choose what they wanted to hear.
With fans choosing songs like that, did that mean that there was a few that came through occasionally that you didn't know, that you had to go on like YouTube or Spotify to take a listen to?
No, I mean, it wasn't like one fan got to pick. I mean, if we did a song that each fan in the comment section picked, we'd be covering songs for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So really what we did is, like I said, we went through the comments and we picked out through the comments what songs we felt best showcased our talents, and then did those.
Okay, so now let's talk about the collaboration with Caitlin DeVille. Sounds absolutely amazing. How did that come about? Because that is something very, very special this time around.
Yeah, it's different for us, man. And it's actually our record label. Someone at our record label knew her. We were originally, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, we originally were supposed to have some chick that played guitar. I can't remember her name. But some TikTok chick that played guitar was supposed to be on it. And I guess something happened that she wasn't able to do it. So the record label was like, hey, we got this girl in South Africa that plays violin. We think that she'd be badass for the track. What do you guys think? And they sent us her stuff, and we listened to it. We're like, yeah, that'd be awesome. So we put that together, and we got her on the track, and now you have Decode featuring Caitlin DeVille.
So can you see yourselves doing more of those collaborations in future? Like it always, to me, sounds so interesting when a band brings in an instrument that you wouldn't expect to hear on their tracks. Does that mean that in the future you guys might be open to bringing in some other kinds of instruments that you wouldn't normally have on your tracks?
I mean, we're open to just about anything, man. So I mean, I don't say no to pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Now, if a country western artist wants to collab with Master Student to make sense for the song, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about lockdowns, and part of these EPs coming out is a bit of a celebration and a way to open back up to your fans before you head out onto the road. What is it like there now for you guys with the quarantine process, and how soon do you think it'll be before you're back out on the road and doing shows?
Well, we're out on the road doing shows. You're currently catching me while I'm on the road, so I'm on tour right now.
Awesome.
It's weird, man. It's different. It's a different vibe. I think people are a little bit more emotional. I think the fans are a little bit more emotional, but I also think that people are a little bit more apprehensive. So, it's not what it was. It's a very different feeling than before the pandemic hit. And we're just trying to take each day, one day at a time, stay positive, and continue doing what we do best.
Are there different rules in place than what there was pre-pandemic? Because I know here they're talking about when live music comes back that it'll all be seated. I think it'll be one person per 4 seats or something in venues. Is there any restrictions like that? Like, does that affect things for you guys?
We don't have anything that severe yet. We do have some restrictions, when it comes to vaccinations and negative testings and things like that. But I mean, we don't have anything that extreme. But I mean, everything's, it's a moving target, right? So I mean, everything changes day to day. And right now it's just, I don't really know how to say hey, I mean, everyone's just a little bit apprehensive, I think.
Yeah. How did you guys feel as a band though, being able to head back out again? Was there excitement there, or were you actually a little bit nervous about heading back out on the road after 18 months off it?
I'm never nervous. I'm not nervous because of the virus. I'm not nervous because of not being out here doing it. I think the only thing that gives me nerves is it being taken away from me again. So everything else, man, like I just approach it the way that I would always approach it. It's definitely different. It's not the same. I wish it was, because I'm saying it now. I'm going to coin the term party like it was 2019, because we haven't had a real party since 2019.
Yep.
Our rules are really restrictive as a band to make sure that we can all stay healthy and continue out here, because last thing we need is someone getting sick, cancel a tour or something like that. So I mean, it's definitely not what it once was, man. And I'm hoping that one day we can get back to it. And as of right now, I mean, we're just gonna keep working towards that goal.
Definitely. Well, mate, we only got 1 minute left of the interview, so to wrap up, what would you like to say to all your fans out there as they sit down to listen to Quarantine Chronicles Volume 2?
Stay strong. Keep your head up. It's not all about it's not all about the negativity. People are going to try and do negative things to affect the outcome of someone else's mood, but you got to be the dictator of your own mood, and not let people dictate what you are and who you are and what you're going to do with your life, and go out and just do what you feel is best for yourself. And that's what we're doing, and that's what we expect everybody else to do. And I support anybody that stands behind their convictions and their morals. It's important that we have those things in our lives. So I stand behind anybody that stands behind themselves.